it going? My name's Justin Sousa. I am a father, a husband, an educator, and a combat veteran, among many other things. In October of 2025, I was given the chance to attend a life-changing retreat through a veterans organization, 22 Mohawks. The Airborne Operations retreat and course that I was able to attend is a week-long, very immersive event where you're brought together with 10 other veterans, and side by side you are put through a course and you become static line parachute certified at the end of it. During that operations course, I got to meet a father, a pair of his sons from the UK, the Delaneys. John, their father, he's a South African Parabat veteran who served in Angola, and his two sons, Liam and Dylan. I spent countless hours during that week having conversations with the three of them. And I also earned my airborne wings jumping alongside the three of them. Liam as well earned his wings that week. Fast forward to March of this year, 2026. It was 22 Mohawks' next airborne operations course. And one of my best friends in the world, a man that I deployed to Afghanistan with, Ryan, was lucky enough to attend the airborne operations course.
Yep, I was a corpsman with 2nd Battalion, 9th Marines. I deployed to Marja in 2010. A good friend of mine who literally was shoulder to shoulder with a Marine. He was an 0311 Marine infantryman. He grew up in Massachusetts, and I'm being from Rhode Island. We actually grew up about 45 minutes away from each other, before we even knew each other, right? So as I got introduced into 2-9, he had already been an infantryman. I came in as a corpsman. I knew his accent right away. So I was like, hey, where are you from? And he's like, oh, Mass. I'm like, I would have known that. So then it was just like one of those bonds that, you just knew right away. One of our, we trained together. We did all the different shootings and things like that together prior to deploying. But then when we came home on pre-deployment leave, I ended up getting introduced to his mother and father, and my parents met his parents, and it was a really cool family unit. We literally never parted. We've grown. We've spoken at each other's weddings. I was his best man. He was my best man. He's my brother, 100%. He's my brother, yeah.
And he had an opportunity to jump with 22 Mohawks in Dunedin, Florida. And you came through 2 hours down the road, came to visit him. And what did you experience?
Yeah, so that was the last, so I just did this class. That was the previous October class. He was in Operation Medusa, and it was actually his uncle, I believe, that was introduced him to this. He was, I don't know if he was in the Army or if he was in the Marine Corps as well, but he introduced him to that. When Sousa was telling me, I'm gonna go jump out of some planes, I'm like, really? Because he got hurt pretty good too. He hurt his back. He ran over an ID in his gun truck, so he was kind of battling a lot of those aches and pains in his back. He had some fused vertebrae, and I was like, you sure you want to do all this, right? He's like, yeah. So he had the class. I get in my truck. I'm only 2 hours away at this point, so I go down. I'm like, I'm gonna go see him jump out of some planes, right? And that day I went there with a couple of these guys. I was instantly just like smiles. I spent one night at the Airbnb that everybody was at, and I was like, this is the veteran community that we all need, right? And watching him fall out the plane and do all that, I was just completely taken back by it. It was something I was like, yeah, I want to do this. So I get into the next class, ironically, and for us to be able to jump together, it's emotional. It's just such a powerful moment. He pushed me out. He was the last man off on our stick that we all did with the South African Parabats and all that. We're flying through the air, just, yeah, buddy, this is incredible. And we hit the ground, and it was like 2010 again.
The Delaneys ended up being back in town for this course, continuing their mission, and Ryan ended up connecting with them. In that time since then, there has been an open line of communication between the five of us, and we have decided that we are going to start working together. John Delaney, he is the founder of Worldwide Veterans Care over in the UK with his sons Liam and Dylan. Myself and Ryan have decided that we're going to join their team to help expand the impact that Worldwide Veterans Care can have throughout the United States and beyond. We aim to connect veterans and first responders to the communities and resources that they need to succeed through education, outreach, and direct interaction with those in need. We want to create something that can give people the support that they need, not to just survive in their day-to-day life, but live out their life to its fullest potential. I spent the better part of my post-Marine Corps life feeling like something was missing. I felt as though I was unable to connect with people. That totally changed once I was introduced to the right community through 22 Mohawks and further on through Worldwide Veterans Care. My life has truly changed after I have been introduced to these two organizations and the community that they bring along with them. And I have decided that I'm going to make it my mission to extend opportunities like the one that I was afforded to as many people as possible. Thanks for your time, guys. Again, I'm Justin Sousa, Semper Fidelis.